close that of that. And just get this going. I'm just gonna do a little Tetris tutorial right here. Why don't I hear it? Hold on. I gotcha. I gotcha. We're gonna turn down the background music to 10%. I'm gonna set it to lo-fi. And we're gonna do a little Tetris tutorial. All right. Hopefully everything's okay. Looks okay. Volumes look good. All right. We are, let me check my mic up a bit. Okay. So when you first open up Tetris here, you're going to see Tetris 99. You're not going to see Invictus unless you've won a game. And then Team Battle, everybody should have, I do believe. And these other ones, I think, might only be available if you pay something. But when you first go into Tetris 99, just know that you're playing against 99 other people. You're going to see all of their boards on your screen. They're going to be all around you. You can kind of see a little preview of it. I wish I had slides. I do have slides, but it's okay. Don't worry about the customizing stats and all that. Let's just go straight into a game right now. So I'm going to do a countdown, and on this countdown, when you see 3, 2, 1, go, if you press go in chat or whatever, A on your controller at the same time, you should get in the same game. I'll talk throughout about how to play, and then maybe we'll just save this as a YouTube clip about how to play Tetris. Countdown's coming. Here we go. I have not won a game. No worries. You're waiting? All right, Jabab. We'll wait. We can ignore this countdown. Jabab, we're waiting for you. I'm not going to be able to get in the game. No worries. Then we're not going to wait for you. If there's anybody here in chat, then you can join. If not, we're just going to go ahead and continue, and then I'll talk about the game. We're not worried about winning. We're just talking about the strategies and all that kind of stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this other game scene so you can see the full screen. I used to have a button for this, but, you know, times have changed. So you'll see all these different boards up here. All those, you know, these individual things. And you also see here 99 out of 99, and we have 0 KOs and 0% up. We're getting ready. Now, if you see a line piece, square, orange piece, blue piece, and so forth, we are actually in the same game. I should have been thinking about it. I could have also called out the numbers during the count up, and if you would have seen those, we'd been in the same game. So now that we're playing, you can see all these other boards are moving much faster. What's 0% up? 0% up is because we have not KO'd anyone yet. So you can see we're just playing Tetris right now. So if you just focus on just the Tetris right now, this works like any other Tetris. But we see all these other people. We see they're still playing. Let's talk about the KOs in just a minute. And all these other people are also playing. And we also have people attacking us. But let me just get out of this real quick. Okay, so something that's a little bit different is you can hold pieces, which is different. So as you're playing this game, you can press these buttons up here to hold these pieces, and which is different from classic Tetris. So now that I want to use that piece, if I wanted to swap this green piece out for that red piece, I could press this button here to hold, and that would swap those out. So moving on, let me just kind of get a little bit under control, and then we'll get, oops, that's not good, but it's okay. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, you know, it's kind of a mayhem game. It's not really friendly for new players, so it takes a while. If you're not really good at Tetris, it's a hard game. But if you can like just get a little bit under control, then you can see that it doesn't actually move that fast as you think it does. The pieces move pretty slow. They're not coming down fast. I've said this like 5 times now. Just to reiterate, don't panic. The music gets to people. If you find yourself panicking, change the music you're listening to. You can take your time. Half the people, if they just took their time and didn't worry about going fast, they would get top 50 easy. Just go slow. Now, of course, you have to go fast sometimes, but you can take your time and figure out what you're going to do. That's most important, just to figure out what you're going to do next. You should never hard drop a piece without knowing where your next piece is going to go first. So beyond just Tetris basics, there we go for that. So now we can still see there's still 64 people in this game. We have got 0 KOs. What is a KO? A KO is when you knock someone out. What is knocking someone out? When someone tops out, they are out of the game. So now we can see that there's still 59 people remaining, meaning that those are the many people that have not been topped out, which you guys are Battle Royale. I don't have to explain that level of detail to you. I would hope not. Anyway, let's get going here. Okay. So if you were to knock someone out, you would get a badge. A badge would give you a percentage increase on your attack power, which then makes it easier to attack people. So then you think, what is attacking people? What is this? I'm just playing Tetris, right? Well, no. So the way that people top out is by sending garbage to other people. So right now our board says, watch out at the bottom. And it's telling us, shoot, that we have, shoot, hang on just one second. Okay, so I died. That's okay. We'll be able to watch a little bit. So basically I've topped out. So our place down there at the bottom, let's just go ahead and re-up again, and I'll do better this time. We'll just make this a double video. So here we have the numbers are 1, 33, 62. So if you see these numbers, you're going to be in the same game. So let's talk a little bit about strategy. So as this is queuing up here, I'll talk about that. As we're playing the game, we're sending out damage to other players by clearing lines. If you just clear one line, you do no damage. If you send 2 lines, you do 1 damage. 3 lines is 3, 4, Tetris is 4 lines of damage. So on the surface, it seems like going for Tetris is the way to build, and that is classically the way that Tetris should be you learn to play. But there's a lot of strategy that goes into Tetris 99 that makes it a different game. One being that there's combos are really, really powerful in this game, more than any other Tetris game, in some ways, especially because of the way the combo system works. So there's a strategy called forwarding and blah, blah, blah. All that matters, but it doesn't matter at this point. You don't have to worry about it. But what you do have to worry about is people attacking you. So right now I'm on, if you look up here at the top, it says KOs, random badges, attackers. Okay, I'm sorry, let me back up a bit. So the reason I described the attack table was just so that you would understand, like, it's a concept of people attacking you. So we are also attacking people. So right now we're on random, meaning whenever I clear this single line right here, I sent 1 line of damage to that random person over there. And when I clear this 1 line of damage, it's also going to send 1 line of damage to that random person, or to that random person over there. Now, if I go to KOs, what it's going to do instead is now it's going to, if I press up on the top of the screen, oh, sorry, over there, it says KOs. By flicking up on this stick, I can change that. So now what that says is I'm now attacking, and I'm going to target someone who is about to die. Because what I want to do is I want to get a KO so that I can get a bonus. Because if you knock someone out, you get a badge. And that then increases your attack power. So there's some strategy to that. So generally speaking, as a beginner, the easiest and simplest way to play is it's overwhelming to try to think about Tetris and people attacking you and all these things. It's way too hard. I know, because I've been there. I'm decent at Tetris, and it's way too hard for me. So when I first learned, all I did was just always put it on attackers, and you'll be okay most of the time. So if you just flick on your down stick here, generally speaking, you'll be okay. And then as you get better, you'll want to learn how to use that a little bit better. You'll want to only switch to attackers when people are actually attacking you, because you get an attacker bonus. So now that I actually have 3 people attacking me, when I clear this 1 line of damage, it sent 6 lines to all 3 people. See, it sent 6 lines to all 3 people. And then 6 lines to all 3 people. The only way you can do that is if you're on attackers. 1 line to 2. So it's a big bonus to be on attackers, generally. Now, of course, that doesn't apply if you don't have people attacking you. So there's more effective strategies to use, like going for KOs by flicking on the up stick. So as you improve, you'll want to get a little bit more advanced with your targeting. But for now, as a beginner, who cares? Just play the game and try to survive as long as you can. And then let's see here. What else? Oh, so then KOs will attack people who are about to die. Attackers attacks people who are attacking you. Badges is super risky, and you probably not want to do it unless you're really, really good at the game. What it does is it targets the person who has the most badges, because here's what's cool about Tetris 99 is if you knock one person out, you get all of their badges, and that increases your ability. It helps a lot. Basically, if you have badges going into the end of the game, you're going to do a lot better because it allows you to stay alive because you can fend off those incoming garbage. So as a beginner standpoint, I'd say what you want to do is just basically just like keep it on attackers, stay alive as long as you can, and then as it gets to the end, the speed will increase a bit. So you'll have to be decent at Tetris to stay alive. But hopefully that's enough to get you the basics. And then let's talk about a little bit of the more advanced stuff here. Let's see here. Well, let's see if I can get some kind of a combo going. Well, actually, let's talk about now you can see the badges down there. So you can see there's 27 people remaining. I have 2 KOs, and I have 25% up. So now if I do an attack, if I clear this line here, if I clear these 3 lines, it's going to send a lot. Basically, math is hard. So 6 lines, because I'm only 25% up, and now the second one is a Tetris. It's going to send even more, 7. So, as you get these bonuses, it helps because it also keeps your attackers off of you. So that was a big one. That was 10. It's kind of hard to keep up with, and to be honest with you, there's people who do it that are way smarter, and I just know combo's good. Attackers, when you're being attacked, you want to use attackers. Just basic stuff like that can make you go pretty far. You can be decent by just doing the basics. And if you can not miss drop, that helps. Oh, and then, as you start to learn, I don't know how new you are in Tetris, but you can rotate your pieces in both directions. So a lot of people don't realize that, and so what they'll do is they'll over-rotate. So, if I need to, let me just, I didn't even talk about T-spins yet, but let's talk about that in a minute. But what I mean is I need to get one here. You get the idea, I think, but let me just show you. Basically, the general idea is you want to rotate your pieces as few times as possible. So you don't want to double flip or triple flip. Just want to press the button one time, get those pieces in there, flip, flip, boom, boom, done, done, and not over rotate your pieces, because it does make a difference, especially when the game gets faster. So the sooner you can get out of that habit, the better. And it's not like you're getting cursed or anything, but it's just a habit that people have them. So let's see here. We might win this game. We're going to do, because we have 50% up, meaning our attacks are going to be a little bit more powerful than usual. Not a lot more powerful, but 50% more, maybe. So we can also stall, which is nice, by doing this if we're kind of unsure what to do, which is pretty nice that you can do this in this game. So I'm going to see if I can do something here. I'm a little bit unsure of how to get out of this situation, but maybe we can do it. Let's see. Maybe. This might be all right. No. That's okay. We got top 10. So there we go. And then hopefully that kind of explains it a decent amount. And if you wait till the end, you can see everybody who's here and cheer them on and all that kind of good stuff. So that's Tetris 99 Basics 101 with Daddio. Who do you target? I have basic understanding. Okay, perfect. So Shabab. I target KOs. Well, I didn't used to. For my first 100 games, I did a study on it, and it's available on daddio.tv if you care. But basically what the study said is that if you're a beginner, just stick with attackers. And then as you get better, as I started playing with other players like Mewtwo and others here on Twitch, learning that that there's a targeting system that you should take advantage of, and you can win a lot of games by not being the fastest or the most skilled or learning all the fancy stuff, by just knowing how the system works and knowing when to attack when to put on KOs. Generally speaking, you want to be on KOs all the time. You only want to switch off of KOs when you have attackers. But as a new player, that's hard to remember. And as a veteran player, that's hard to remember. I have to have people in chat remind me. I had a channel point redemption that you could whisper and it would say attackers or KOs or whatever. But people abused it a little bit and had some fun with it, so we turned it off, but it's fine. So yeah, it's a hard thing to remember. But if you can remember, you're thinking really hard about it, you can put it on KOs and always try to get those KOs because they're so important. And then anytime you have a lot of attackers, you would switch to attackers. You would only time you want to, and then random. When do you go to random? Random is when you're in trouble. If you are having some hard time, you're getting a lot of incoming garbage, you're just like, get me out of this. Whatever's happening is bad. Basically what's happening is the person you're attacking is getting an attacker bonus and they're hitting you with it. So you want to get out of that if you can. And you can do that by switching to random a lot of times. It doesn't always work, but it's a shot. Badges can be a desperation move, meaning it's near the end. I've got nothing happening. I'm at 0. I got no KOs, nothing going on. I got to do something desperate. It's a Hail Mary. Mewtwo would do it. I wouldn't. I like my chances of just not getting spiked and just lasting as long as I can. But if you're good, you can try that. And then manual targeting you would do if you were really, really, really good. So basically what you can do is if you set up a 4-wide is a combo system that you only clear 1 line at a time. You set up a well that's exactly 4 wide, you leave 3 residual. I can do a separate video on that, it's much more advanced. If you do that, then you can really, really, really take your time and like actually put the controller down, type in chat, or pick up your controller and manually target someone who's about to die and really pick people off. And maybe piss people off too. But that's a very, very powerful attack and for more advanced players. Unless you random to a player with badges, better to manual target someone with no badges. There you go, Tully. Hey, Tully. Anything else you guys want to get in this Tetris tutorial? I'll just package this guy up and publish it to YouTube, however long this is, 10 minutes. We'll call it Tetris 101 with Daddio. No? Okay. Well, we're in there, and then I do have some slides. If you want slides, I've got them. Does anybody want to learn how to 4-wide? Or do you want to play? You tell me. I'm going to teach you. I have slides, y'all. I gotta find them real quick. Chabab wants to play. Okay, Chabab, let's play. You win. Countdown's coming.